Hey everybody, Jay and Nick, we're just back from the Gator-O-Rama at MSR Houston, where among other things, the track raffled off an AMG Mercedes sedan.
Yeah, and this is MSR Houston's skid pad car, which I take to mean as after hours, the MSR staff, a couple of bottles of old Grandpappy, they go out on the track and
20-year-old C36, I would have paid $25 not to get it.
at least.
Yeah, so that was pretty terrible. What else do we have?
But terrible was the Datsun, and this is a Datsun B210 with a period body kit and a modern engine swap.
Full IMSA fiberglass.
It's supposed to have style and reliability. Somehow, it has neither.
It was but terrible. Now, we had a bunch of TV guys. We frequently get a bunch of TV guys, and generally TV guys, they show up. They're needy, they're whiny, they want craft services, they try to do dangerous stuff. This was from a show, I don't even... what's
Street Outlaws.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Street Outlaws. There's a farm truck involved. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So farm truck is a Chevy truck with a big motor in it, and the guy who drives it, his name is also Farm Truck. And then he's got a sidekick who's an Asian American gentleman whose nickname is Asian. Now, I guess if you're from the state of Oklahoma, you can have the nickname of Asian, and everybody will know who you are.
Exactly who they're talking about.
Yeah.
So anyway, so these guys showed up, and admittedly, they ripped down the tent that we were doing tech on, and I think they might have driven backward on the track, and one of the guys was out there in the middle of the race, and he took his belts off, and he's waving his arms around, and all that. But I gotta say, for TV guys,
oh man, relatively speaking, they made those dudes.
Oh, from the car show, that Adam Carolla thing with Dan Neal?
Yeah.
Oh, these guys were like Martin Scorsese compared to them.
Yeah. Escape Velocity Racing has an excellent slant 6 powered Dodge Dart, and they've actually won the IOE before at MSR Houston. This time, not so much. The Dodge Dart Slant 6, despite what you'll read on the internet, it'll run forever with no oil in it. Well, it'll run 2 minutes on a racetrack before puking its guts all over the place. Yeah. That's exactly what happened here. But they had a parts car, which was a Vanishing Point Barrett Jackson barn find, dudes in Tommy Bahama shirts getting all sweaty. Oh man, gonna need to pay $120,000 for that car. That was their parts car, Slant 6. They ripped it out of there. Of course, they had tons of problems putting it back in, but because it was close to where we were sitting, we got lots of video of it, and therefore, heroic fix.
On the subject of close to where we were sitting, the judge's choice was Breaking Wind in their Subaru 914. Now, basically, it's a 914 with a Subaru engine. Should run great, and guess what? Air-cooled car with a water-cooled motor, it didn't work.
Well, no, the real problem, if you read Excellence magazine, is that they used non-Porsche Genuine Parts in their Porsche. That'll get you every time.
The I Got Screwed trophy went once again to Spank, and this is really simple. So he gets a call from these idiots that he flew out to Texas to help last year. They said, we got it all worked out. We got 3 motors. Car's going to run great. He flew there. They did have 3 motors. They were all actually open, sitting in the backyard for a year full of water and leaves.
The special award for the Gator-O-Rama was the waiting for a last-minute call from the governor. Now, of course, that's a reference to, the dude with the big electric switch that's about to zip-zap the guy, and then the governor calls and grants the guy a stay of execution. Well, that's a long-winded way of saying that this is an electric Datsun with about the same amount of current needed for a execution of a 400-pound serial killer running through a freaking Datsun Roadster. Now, this car, we've had some issues with the safety and the roll cage and the way the batteries and motors are hooked up.
2 years to get these guys to bring a car that we thought was safe enough to race.
Minor oversight on our part. We never really thought of, God, is the way that they're charging this thing even safe? And the answer is no! Hell no!
It was terrifying.
They're over there with the bootleg version Tesla supercharger with about 460 amps running through a pair of jumper cables into some Mercedes Sprinter forklift batteries. I don't know what the heck is happening. It was hella terrible, and we wanted to tell them to stop, but nobody wanted to get near it. But then we gave them a trophy because, hey, that's LeMons.
Gotta reward that. Now, the organizer's choice was a Volkswagen bus. I've had a Volkswagen bus. They are incredibly terrible. I don't even like driving them on the street.
Not as bad as the Vanagon.
Yeah, that's true. These guys decided they were going to run theirs on the track, so they cut the roof off. I have no idea why they did that. They made it center steer. I have no idea why they did that. The thing went, it wouldn't start, it wouldn't run. They finally got it out on the track, though. Here's what happened then.
Even beyond how bad VW buses are, something's wrong. Okay, this is a 5-minute lap. Oh no, he's crapping out. No, Houston's dying.
Yeah, so they had to dispatch an entire army of tow trucks to go rescue this stricken bus 100 yards away from the pits. Yeah, and then it created a giant traffic jam, big surprise. And but you know, once they got the thing running again, man, the performance was just breathtaking.
So that just takes us to the IOE. This was the Resistance, a 75 Civic bone stock. I mean, this thing it's like it just rolled off the showroom floor, and it's fast. These guys really drive the wheels off of this thing, and I just don't even know what to say. They finished great. They got in no trouble. They got no flags. Car looks fantastic. I loved it.
You know what I've started to notice is that these old Civics are starting to get a little bit of appreciation on the internet in the form of old Cootly Coot saying, you know, when I had a 75 Civic, it is so much better than old plastic Civic they make now. And I think that's a real milestone for Japanese cars, when the high pants, cranky ass, old Tommy Bahama wearing car coots are talking about how great things used to be in the old days. Congratulations, Honda and Japan, you have made it.
Here's LeMons in a nutshell.
So tell me, where's the Tai Dong missile?
It's in the ocean.